Happy Halloween, everyone. Unfortunately, I cannot use a green screen or my horns will disappear. The following story is more of a warning to maybe not play with the Ouija board. Natalia says that if she knew what was gonna happen after playing the Ouija board, she would have never played with it. Now, it's too late for Natalia, but it's not too late for you, I hope. So this takes place many years ago when she was around 15 years old. She explains that she was a disobedient child. Like her rebellious stages, it was almost like a sport for her. She loved it. If her parents told her what to do, she would do the exact opposite of that. She explains how her mom and her aunts were very religious. They were Christian, so there were a lot of rules, and anytime she did bad, it was like you need to obey God and not go with the devil and things like that. Very extreme. So a little after she turned 15, she discovered a game that they were selling at the stores that she knew would drive her parents crazy. It was a Ouija board, and the only reason that she knew what this was because she overheard a conversation with her mom and her aunt where they were talking about The Exorcist, and the Ouija board topic came up. And that's when she heard her mom say, oh, that thing is so bad, nobody should be playing with it. So of course she was like, I need a Ouija board. I'm talking about she didn't even wait a day after. That same day where she heard her mom having that conversation about the Ouija board, she goes to her room, breaks her piggy bank, goes to the store, and buys a Ouija board. Natalia was a little evil because that wasn't even like the thing. She went to that toy store, right? Buys the Ouija board, asks the employees to wrap it up as a gift, goes home, and in front of her mom and dad tells them, Mom, Dad, look what the school gave me because I got such good grades. They gave me this gift. Again, the Ouija board is wrapped up. They have no idea what it is. And she starts opening it in front of them. And when her mom sees that Ouija board, she went pale. And she says that when she saw her mom get pale and scared, she wanted to bust out laughing then and there. That's also when her dad's like, what is that, Natalia? And she was like, it's a gift that I got for being such a good girl in school. Isn't that a good thing, Dad? Isn't that a good thing, Mom? She knows that her parents have always been like, you do good in school, you get rewarded. You do bad, you get nothing. So she's literally playing mind tricks with them with this Ouija board. She explains that after she says that to them, that they were just like dumbfounded. They didn't know how to get after her. They didn't know if they should, get mad at her or not, because if they got mad at her, you're getting mad at me for doing such a good job in school that I got a gift. So she literally left them silent. She knew that she was crossing the line, but she was enjoying pranking her mom and dad. After they say nothing, she literally runs to her room, takes the Ouija board with her. She starts pretending that she is playing the Ouija board in her room, because even though she did buy it, she never intended to open it or play with it. She was just trying to fuck with her parents. Anytime that she knew that her parents were passing by her bedroom, she would very loudly be like, okay, you from the other side, tell me what exam I'm gonna have on Wednesday. Am I gonna pass it? But again, she never opened that Ouija board. It was always sealed. It still had, the plastic wrap around it. She was just messing with her parents. She said that it got so bad that they started leaving rosaries outside of her bedroom door. There were points where she would hear them like whispering at each other outside the door. She wanted to laugh so bad because she was like, my parents really think that I'm such an idiot that I would play a Ouija board. Like, it was just so funny to her that they were so scared at what they thought she was doing. However, after a while of her having this Ouija board, not opening it, she kept telling herself, what if I do open it? What if I do play with it? And then she'd be like, no, what are you thinking? You're not gonna play with this. This is scary. We're just doing a prank. Do not open that Ouija board. She was not giving up on this prank though. Like, her family was still very concerned. Every time she would go down for breakfast, her mom would force her to do a prayer before she would eat, which is something that they didn't do before in the mornings at least. So she knew that she was scaring them. One time she caught her mom with holy water and putting drops of the holy water into her cup, like into a juice or into water. She said that she had them going crazy, but that she was so happy that she was pranking them this hard. Bitch, I think that went a little too far. One day she decided that she was gonna take the Ouija board to school, and she finally made up her mind that she wanted to play with it. At school, she had these two friends who were always following her around, always doing anything that she wanted them to do. So she knew that if she told them let's play, they were gonna listen to her. They had already gotten in trouble with her at school because, again, they would listen to the stuff that she would tell them to do and get in trouble with her. So in that school, there was a classroom that was empty, and she made a plan with her friends to meet up at a certain time in that classroom. Once they all get into that room, she pulls out the Ouija board and She said that the other two girls, they didn't know what the Ouija board was. They had no idea. She opens up the Ouija board that until that point was sealed. She pulls out this little triangle thing, which of course is a planchette. She puts it on the board, tells both of her friends to put their fingers on it, and tells them that she was just gonna sit back and watch them play. So she's not even touching the planchette or the Ouija board. She then tells the girls that she's gonna ask something, and she says, if there is someone here and you want to communicate, please go to yes. That was also the moment where she says that one of her friends started looking really weird. One of the girls, let's call her Pamela, she still has her hands on the planchette, but she notices that Pamela is looking next to her, not directly at her, but like behind her, like if something was there. And that is when Pamela says, the lady in black is behind you and she wants to tell you something. Natalia, the lady in black wants you to play. Natalia says that she gets mad and tells her friend Pamela, well, tell the lady in black that no one tells me what to do. Her exact words were, dile que conmigo se friega, and that I'm gonna tell you guys the instructions and I'm gonna tell you what to do, and I don't have to play, I don't have to listen to her. That's when Pamela then says, it's because she says that you're gonna play. Whether you touch that Ouija board or not, you're gonna play this game. That's when Natalia says, tell your lady in black that she listens to us, we don't listen to her, and that if she doesn't listen to us, we will not be playing this Ouija board game again. Then Pamela tells Natalia, oh, the lady in black got mad, I don't know what she's gonna do. Just then she says that the girl Pamela grabs that planchette and she starts moving it on her own, and that the other girl who had been touching the planchette too stops touching it, but she starts spelling out the words that Pamela is writing out with that planchette. She says that she saw nobody. No one was there other than Pamela touching that Ouija board and moving it towards all the letters that were spelling out certain words. By the end of everything that was spelled out, this is what came of the Ouija board. Una me conocerá por fuego, one will know me by fire, la otra en el misterio, the other one by mystery. Y tú, por estar viendo y no jugando, te quedarás viendo hasta que ya no puedas. And you, for watching them play the game and not actually playing it, you will see until you can no longer. After Natalia reads it all, she says she starts laughing like out loud and tells her friend Pamela, oh my gosh, you think I'm gonna be scared of the lady in black just by this? This is nothing. She then tells her friend, you know what this game is, right? Like, this is a game where you supposedly talk to dead people. She says that as she's telling this to her friend, Pamela's eyes roll to the back of her head where you can only see white, and it almost looks like she's having a seizure. Natalia grabs her other friend, leaves the girl that looks like she's having a seizure in that empty classroom, and runs towards the first classroom that she sees. She gets the teacher, tells the teacher, hey, I was just passing by that classroom and I think a little girl peed herself in there. You might want to go help her. Natalia is not a good friend, because what the fuck? She tells her other friend, go back to your classroom, don't say anything, I don't want to get in trouble. Natalia, what the fuck? After that, she goes running to her classroom as well. The following day, she does see Pamela at school. Pamela's like, I don't want to talk about it. I got in big trouble with my family because, you know, teacher found her in an empty classroom. She got in big trouble. And the other two girls didn't. They literally left her behind. So she was not in the mood of talking about what happened that day. So time passes. Years pass, and she finds out that Pamela got in a car accident with her family where they crashed with one of these like big gas tanks, and her entire family die being basically burned alive. The day that she finds out about this, she is in shock, and obviously she remembers those words that were written out by the Ouija board. Now she's obviously worried that something else is gonna happen. I mean, the first one was, you're gonna meet me in the fire. The second one was, you're gonna meet me in mystery. And the one for her was, you, because you didn't play and you only watched, you're gonna see until you can no longer see. So 4 years after Pamela's death has passed, and now she finds out that the other friend who was in that classroom playing with the Ouija board, they detected some kind of disease on her that the doctors couldn't figure out what it was. I mean, we're talking about they're in their 20s now, and she's married, she just had a baby. She says that they're not like friends, they don't keep in touch, but they live in a city that is so small that word always goes around. And actually, this is being told to her by her mom. Her mom's like, hey, remember your friend from school? Well, they detected something in her, but they don't know what it is, but they don't think that she's gonna make it. This girl ends up dying before they can even find out or figure out what was wrong with her. Natalia says that she started feeling so bad. She felt sick. She started thinking about everything again. And at this point, she wasn't this rebellious kid anymore. So she went to her mom, she went to her aunt, and she starts telling them what happened. She tells them the classroom, she tells them the Ouija board, what the Ouija board said, how Pamela had died, how her other friend had just died, and that she was next. However, her family were like, no, like things happen in life. It's not because you played the Ouija board. You need to don't worry about these things. There are certain things in life that just happen and they're coincidences, but it has nothing to do with you playing with the Ouija board. Let's just pray and you're gonna be fine. They even had a nun who went to their house, and this nun knew Natalia since she was young, and she was like, Natalia, you cannot believe in these Ouija board things. Also, you were such a strange kid. You did a lot of weird things when you were a kid, but you can't believe that this all stems from the Ouija board. So you need to stop worrying about this. She went to them for help, and they were basically like, you need to, forget about it. This is not happening because of what you did as a kid. And she was hoping that that was the truth. 3 years after her second friend passed away mysteriously, she notices that her vision's starting to get really blurry and that she's starting to get headaches. So she goes to her eye doctor. The eye doctor tells her that she has a really big eye problem that is super advanced, and is asking her, did you not have any signs? Like, this is something that doesn't just happen overnight. There should have been warnings. She says that from day to night, this problem just appeared. It wasn't like a period of time and warning signs or nothing like that. Today, her vision is really bad. She says that she could see shadows. She could see like light, but yeah, she can no longer drive. She can't go anywhere alone. Her eyesight is deteriorated. Now, she says that there's times where she knows that she is home alone, and sometimes she feels like she sees shadows around her. Like if somebody is there, she sees the silhouette, but no one should be there with her. More recently, she can see that this thing is there with her at all times. She tries to talk to whatever it is or whoever it is, because obviously somebody is there. The person, the thing does not talk back to her. And the sensation that she gets when this thing is near her is the same sensation that she got years and years ago in that classroom when she made her friends play with the Ouija board. She believes that it's the lady in black who is checking in on her and just making sure that she's paying for all the bad things that she did when she was little. But what do you guys think?